Check, 1, 2. Aloha to all the shifters out there. This is Brendan, aka Skull Babylon, aka Skull the Wolf, welcoming you back to another live broadcast that we have here through the Paradigm Shift Central Project, a portal for inspirational conscious media. This is going to be a very exciting little broadcast that we are doing here. Not like super duper official. This is going to be a celebration. This is going to be a bit of a party for the new launch of the Paradigm Shift Central website. So we're going to be doing some screen share. I'm going to be giving you guys a bit of a tour, giving you an idea of what to be able to expect from the future of the project as things continue to evolve. And yeah, just getting back into the swing of things, creating some amazing momentum for the journey that is still ahead. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. Thank you to those of you tuned in on YouTube. Thank you to those of you tuned in on Facebook. Thank you to those of you tuned in the future. Awesome. Sweet. So, like I said, the reason why we are here today is because we are celebrating the relaunch of the Paradigm Shift Central website. This is essentially the, I guess, like third or fourth iteration of the Paradigm Shift Central website that we've created over the years. And this one I'm very happy with. And again, like that is just standard routine in terms of being able to move things into the next matrix, into being able to move things into the next form of technology that's going to serve the community in more potent ways. And so allow me to just pull up some of my notes while also giving a huge shout out to those of you who are tuned into the YouTube. And if you guys want to drop some 1111s in the chat, let me know that you're there. Let me know even where you're tuned in from. That is always a wonderful thing to be able to see, and we will get right into this. So this broadcast is really only going to be less than an hour. There's a few things different in terms of what you'll notice right away, and one of those things is the fact that the broadcast is actually earlier. We're not broadcasting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are broadcasting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and moving forward, we're going to be playing around with this time schedule with the idea to keep things a little bit more contained and also to be able to encourage better sleep patterns. That way, so we're not up till 2 a.m. sometimes, because that tends to happen when things get shifty through here at Paradigm Shift Central. So just one of the updates that I wanted to be able to point out, and you'll be able to expect more regular broadcasts on Thursday. Again, for this broadcast is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be me talking, sharing some updates. We're going to get right into that. And then later on in the broadcast, I'm going to invite members who are within the co-op, the Conscious Media Co-op, which I'll explain more about in a minute, to be able to come on air just to be able to help hype things up for me, to be able to share some gratitude. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. So allow me to do a little bit of setup here in terms of being able to explain to you a bit about the intention and the vision behind what the Paradigm Shift Central Project is, where it has been and where it is now and where it is moving into the future. And then when the time is right, I will do the screen share with the picture so that you can see the new website if you haven't taken a look at it yet. Of course, if you are on the chat right now, if you are on your browser right now, you are more than welcome to browse the website. And again, if you literally just go to paradigmshiftcentral.com, that will link you to it. This is just kind of like a technical thing on the side note. You may get a notification error saying that like it's not an HTTPS site. That's something that we're working on, but that's only the initial link. The actual website itself, which is nexus.paradigmshiftcentral.com, is HTTPS. So you can either go to nexus.paradigmshiftcentral.com or to paradigmshiftcentral.com if it doesn't have a problem rerouting you. Other thing I just wanted to note out, yes, these are new glasses for those of you who are very observant. And yes, you will notice that it is like slightly taped up. That's because they broke. That's because it's incredibly cold here in Canada. And that's what happens when you're not used to owning glasses and you keep them in your pocket and then it gets cold and then the plastic breaks. So what do you know? But just as a quick side note, just because honestly, I want to be able to encourage other people to keep this in mind. These aren't just like spectacle vision, well, they're vision glasses. These are blue light blocking glasses. So these are what I use when I'm on my computer to be able to help like lessen eye strain and to be able to just like help the brain function better if you're looking at your computer screen later at night, so that the blue light isn't messing up your brain by convincing it that it's the middle of the day when it's actually nighttime. So that's where the glasses came from. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Should they stay? They're kind of like my Clark Kent / Peter Parker glasses. For those of you who are listening to this on iTunes in the future, They're glasses. I'm not sure what else to explain there, but they're glasses. They're like black glasses. Yeah, they're like Clark Kent glasses. Anyways, moving on. So the Paradigm Shift Central project has evolved over the years, and let me just lay down the track so that we can figure out the direction that we're moving in the future. This project began, as I've said before, as a single club in my college back in the day. And that day was 2009, and that was about 10 years ago. And that was specifically when I was at school for media theory and production. So a big theme of this entire project has always been the fact that this has been centered around being able to create a platform for conscious media. Inspirational conscious media that is literally helping change the world by sharing ideas, by planting seeds, by opening the way, by shifting the paradigm, by opening our perspective, by changing the way we look at things, by inspiring people to take action, to choose to be the change where they are, and to help tell a bigger story. The story exists on many layers. It is about, again, answering the question of what can we do to help accelerate the shift, and part of that is by bringing people together, and by encouraging people to do the same where they are, and by encouraging people to be leaders. And the parallel aspect of all this, where it gets very shifty, is that, as for those of you who are familiar, you know that we're not shying away from the idea that a big part of the paradigm shift is stepping into our empowerment, and stepping into that empowerment also comes through the knowledge of understanding what this reality is, what we are, and what our potential is within it. So this is very much just kind of like slowly walking our way through that door of understanding that we literally are multidimensional beings, that we literally are the dream doing what it can to help wake itself up, that we are consciousness seeing itself subjectively through one another. And so holding space for this idea and having it reflected through the abundance of conscious media that we are sharing through this platform has always been a big part of it. And so back in the day, this was like a website that was completely different from the one we are on now, and it was mostly just me. And over time, we started bringing in content from other people, and then eventually we shifted to another version of the website, which was the previous one to this, and that was on a platform that, unfortunately, well, it served its purpose. And I'm just kind of explaining to you, like, why did we change websites? Why did we literally tabula rasa and create a whole new version of the project on a new website? The old version of the website was built on a platform called Ning, which is Ning. You can check it out. If you're interested in it, absolutely check it out. Unfortunately, this isn't one of the leading website platforms. It did serve its purpose, and we first created that version of the website in 2015. And what made that version of the website different is that it gave other people the opportunity to be able to sign up and to be able to submit their own content through blog style formats, which we were calling quest journals and conscious articles. And of course, videos were also being filtered through the main website. Now, this website, due to the fact that it's not one of like the leading website platforms, over time, it was obvious that it was kind of becoming dated, and there were certain things that I wanted to be able to do, that I wanted the community members to be able to experience the convenience of, that just weren't possible. So within the last, going back, like, this was something that, like, I've been aware of, like, kind of my intention to shift into that new website, and it wasn't until about the end of December that I was like, all right, now's the time, right? Because the other parts that were shifting in this project, which I'll explain in a bit, was the development of the Conscious Media Co-op and the group of us who are working as a very small team to be able to provide content through the website. So just going back 1 second, the previous website, that was something where there was a lot of amazing content coming through there. It still exists. You can still check it out at live.paradigmshiftcentral.com. It's still going to stay up. It's still going to be archived for as long as we can keep it up. But this website functioned a little bit differently. It was more it was always created as a platform to be able to practice documenting the shift in consciousness, to practice creating conscious media, but it was a little bit more open-ended. And whereas with this version of the website, what we are doing, we are keeping things a little bit more specific. We are limiting the amount of people who are posting on the main website. We are changing the way we're doing this. And basically through this, we are increasing the value of the entire project by being able to really focus attention towards a specific place at one given time, which is the website, where new content will be able to come through from a variety of community members that will allow them to be able to reach a wider audience, to grow their own impact, to be able to develop further relationships, to be able to bring in new clients for their entrepreneurial journeys, and to be able to just like have that inspiration knowing that their content is being seen by a community who values it. So again, the previous version of the website, we had like 800, 900 people signed up, and that was awesome. But then eventually it just became not fully manageable because I wasn't fully comfortable with like just the idea of anybody posting anything, knowing that anything that they post is essentially representing the project, representing the community. And even though like people had a good understanding, there was still just kind of like this aspect where I didn't always have time to review things. And so now what we've done is that we've switched things over and we've developed the Conscious Media Co-op to go alongside with the website. And so the Conscious Media Co-op, long story short, what the Conscious Media Co-op is, it is basically, you can think of it as like the crew behind the scenes who is publishing the content to the main website. And so this circle of people are people who are working alongside me as a conscious media mentor. We are having production meetings throughout the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and scheduled work times on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And through this much smaller group, it's giving me the very enjoyable opportunity to work with people on a more one-to-one level with the intention to be able to help pass on my knowledge, to pass on my mentorship, my skills, my expertise, if you want to call it that, to be able to help develop people, to be able to help people in developing their own creative abilities as conscious creators, as conscious media creators. So this Conscious Media Co-op, whereas before it was like 800 people on the website, right now, there is like between like 20 and 30, and we're slowly going to be bringing people into the Conscious Media Co-op over time. And again, the intention behind this is that with the project being much more focused, I'm going to be working with people to be able to really control like what content is going up. And the basic model is going to be, and we'll take a look at the website in a second, there will be at least one new piece of like one new entry each day between Monday and Friday. And we may still like, we'll probably still have stuff going up on Saturday and Sunday again. Like there's elements of the project that we're still figuring out as we go, understandably, admittedly. You know, it's kind of that idea that you can't steer a parked car, so we're figuring this out. But the intention is there, the vision is there, and I'll explain a little bit more about, you know, what that clear intention is and where the future of the project is going. So with this model of things being a little bit different, of me working with a much smaller crew, of me really helping encourage people to essentially step up the degree of professionalism in their content. Whereas with the old site, you know, somebody, when we create a quest journal, it could have just been like very loose-ended and stuff like that. Whereas like now we're kind of tailoring things to be a little bit more professional. But the intention of that is to be able to develop a good relationship between the website and the audience. And what this is creating this reciprocal model where the audience is coming to understand and expect that every time they go to Paradigm Shift Central website, the new content that is being posted is worth their time, is valuable, is intentionally inspirational conscious media. So whereas before, you know, like conscious media, that can be a lot of things. What we're focusing on is the inspirational conscious media, the type of media that we fit it within the categories of it should meet like these three criteria: inspirational, educational, and entertaining. So through this, the audience gets the opportunity to be able to anticipate and get excited about the new content being released, and also knowing that it is like their friends, it's people within the community. And then when there's one new entry per day between Monday and Friday, as things start rolling, this also kind of like compartmentalizes the spotlight. And through here, we as a team will be given the opportunity to be able to share things in a much more effective way. And this is also basically going to be modeled around the ongoing growth of my Instagram, where as I'm focusing more on my Instagram, which is at Mystic Spider-Man, essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving, you know, focus, traffic from my Instagram, even using the swipe up feature, to the main website. So you can kind of see like everything was timing on this. Like I had to be able to build my Instagram up to a certain point before this fully became like a thing where we knew that we could direct traffic. We had to like do all the foundation over the last couple months, getting the community together. And then we had to take a whole month just to like rebuild the entire project on this new website. And so what we're doing is that we are creating content that is designed to be able to help accelerate the shift, that is meant to be able to help support people in their creative endeavors, that is there to be able to help support people as entrepreneurs, to be able to allow them to step into their own degrees of prosperity, and through there to allow the entire community to just like continue to really just like step into more of our potential as creators. And so I just wanted to backstep a bit because I know I was like saying before, like, where's everybody tuned in from? Shout out to everybody who left a comment of where they're tuned in from. Oh, I think it was just one person actually. Kayla tuned in from San Diego, California. Okay, cool, awesome. And sorry guys, I'm not getting right to the comments in just a second. So allow me to just keep explaining a couple more things. And if anybody if you guys do have questions right now, please feel free to drop those within relative context and I'll do my best to answer them. And I'm going to switch things over to the website and show you like what it looks like and kind of cut the ribbon on this, so to speak. So again, you know, like I want to be able to create content. That is my passion. And now that this website has been formulated, I'll be able to focus much more on that. But the very, very exciting thing about where we are right now is the idea that it's not just going to be people within the Conscious Media Co-op. They're not just posting their own stuff, but they're collaborating with other members. They're collaborating with other members of the co-op. This is where we're starting to roll forward with things, with the idea of being able to have someone who, you know, say has produced music and they could submit music as like an ambient track, and then that music can be used by somebody else in another video. People within the co-op are given assignment prompts where it's encouraging them to do things like interviews, multiple person interviews, poetry videos, event documentation, pump-up videos, and other forms of media that we've kind of given a little bit of an outline for to help give them that focus in that direction. So yeah, again, thank you to everyone tuning in. Okay, we got more people from Michigan and New York, so it's a party in here. Woo, woo, woo. It is, like, seriously, like, I am so happy that this website is what it is, and I could see it in my mind, even when it was, like, well, I guess I'll show it to you first before I explain that next part. Okay, so what you'll be able to expect through the project is a much cleaner stream of media. And this ongoing routine of being able to understand that at paradigmshiftcentral.com, create the habit of checking back there on a regular basis, because there's going to be new content coming through there on a regular basis. Like, this will be kind of like your go-to place where, and again, this is what I was talking about, the relationship where as people come to the website and they experience the media, it's developing this relationship where the brain understands that by going to the website, it basically like triggers like a dopamine release. You know, you watch media that's going to make you feel good, that's going to make you feel inspired, that's going to like make you see things a little bit different. That type of reaction is something where it develops like this chemical relationship. And then over time, in the same way, you know, you jump on Instagram kind of like in an impulse and you're just like, yeah, okay, you know, I'm like kind of looking for that meme that's going to make me laugh or something like that. You know, it's like, it's probably very subconscious at this point because the routine's kind of gotten so, it depends on your feed, but sometimes it can become like so kind of just autonomous. But when we can intentionally show up to that website with the idea of being like, sweet, you know, like this is going to be like, what's on there today? Who's on there that we want to be able to support? And again, I'll explain this part and then I'll open up the website. For me, this is very important to be able to create this website. And I've kind of talked about this before, but I just want to be able to do it to give you guys an understanding and a concept of why this is so important to me and why I'm so passionate about it. You know, there are so many powerful creators out there. And I believe that every single one of us is a very powerful creator. And so I want to be able to help people in stepping into that by giving them a platform, by giving them a place to practice sharing their voice, by allowing them to really commit to this process of developing those skills. And when I created this project, as I've continued to evolve it over the years, and now it's becoming more and more actualized, I wanted to be able to create something that could bring the entire team up. Because I've kind of said this before, but like, there's a lot of other YouTubers out there who are very popular and very successful. And again, popular and success are two different things. And if I spent like the last like 5 years totally just focusing on my YouTube channel, I don't know how many subs I would be at. Like, maybe like over 100,000, maybe 20,000, 200,000, maybe 500,000. I don't know. But that's like not really relevant because that's not the reality we're in. But instead, what I chose to do was really focus my time on being able to create a platform that's going to be able to help, like I said, bring us up together. instead of just having, that repeating story of someone who has like something really valuable to say, but then their content just doesn't reach that audience, and then it kind of becomes disheartening, and then they're just like, oh, like, okay, like, I guess I'll just stop creating then, like nobody's watching my stuff. Why bother type thing. I've seen that story take place, and I've seen that story take place too many times, and that is the story that we are changing, where instead, we want people to be inspired. We want people to know that their content is being seen, even just through the development of their own like Instagram and their own YouTube. But then knowing that when you put it through the website over time, as the traffic continues to build, think about the idea that as more people become familiar with checking Paradigm Shift Central, where essentially as something goes up there, it will be guaranteed to be able to receive the attention of say 200 people, 300 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, like step by step. We develop this routine and this consistency where people are really becoming familiar with Paradigm Shift and really seeing it as this like high tier portal for this content. And so again, for me to make sure that what it is that we're building is something that we can all get on board with, that we can all fly together, that we can all like work on together, is a very, very powerful idea. So let me show you the website. And for those of you, I'll just mention this, for those of you looking to be involved with the Conscious Media Co-op. So again, there's kind of a few ways to be involved with the community at this point. Live broadcasts are still going to be a regular thing. Interacting through the live chat is totally an exciting place for people to be able to do so. In addition, there will be the opportunity for people to log in on the main website, but that won't give you access as a writer, but it would still give you access to comment, though we haven't opened that up. And in terms of people joining the Conscious Media Co-op, that is going to be something where if you're interested, stay tuned for updates, because there will be periods where we will open things up to submission. So basically, if you want to be able to apply to be a member of the Conscious Media Co-op, you have to wait until the submissions are open, and then I'm just going to open them for a little bit, and then people are going to apply, and then I'm going to close submissions again. That way, so I'm not getting a flood of like 50 submissions from people who are like, yo, I want to be a part of this. And understand that for me, it's also me really listening to my intuition and really taking things in a slow and steady pace to honor the fact that I want to be able to like deliver my time and attention for people in a potent way, to be able to pick and choose who gets brought into the Conscious Media Co-op when, so just I need you to understand that like with this model that we're doing, that there's just going to be that process where I know you might be really excited, and I'm totally happy to still be able to like give you shout outs even through Instagram, and there will be other opportunities for people to be able to jump in. We're going to be doing another little show through Instagram called Shooting the Shift. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be kind of like an Instagram thing where we'll be interviewing people. It'll kind of be very casual. That will be another thing. And of course, just being able to interact through the comments on YouTube, through the comments on my Instagram, that will be one thing. But you will notice that like the Discord is now exclusive to the Conscious Media Co-op. And so the reason for that is because if we literally just have everyone in the Discord, straight up, it just becomes too much for me to manage. And so for me to be able to make sure that I'm focusing my energy where we need to, that's where the Discord is now exclusive to the Conscious Media Co-op members. So yeah, that kind of explains that. Sorry, I don't know if there were any questions earlier, if I completely missed those or not. I don't see any exact questions. Okay, cool. But if you guys do have questions, just let me know as we go. And again, I want to be able to just like compact as much into this broadcast as I can while still seeing this as just practice for myself and taking a breath before we move into the next part. And another thing I will just mention for the Conscious Media Co-op members, just so you understand, the value that we are creating with the Conscious Media Co-op is something that we want people to see it as an investment in themselves. And that's why with the Conscious Media Co-op, members of the co-op are expected to make a monthly contribution between $10 and $1,000. Now, some people might just be, what? Like $1,000? Like what's going on there? So the idea of having the contribution as a pay what you wish between $10 and $10,000, sure, why not 10,000? $10 and $1,000 is to be able to really honor the value that we are creating through the portal, and also to be able to honor my own time as someone who is working with someone as a mentor. As a Conscious Media Co-op member, people have access to me and they can access my digital office and they can ask me questions and I'll help them with developing. I'm teaching them how to edit. We're teaching them how to create content. We're teaching them how to just kind of like see things a little bit different and also just like level ourselves up in a general life way. And so that is why. And so that model is very powerful, because as we do things, there will be people who will be like, yeah, like I can afford this. I'm more than happy to be able to contribute $500 a month. And again, whatever people are contributing, that is entirely private. And basically through there, it is also understanding that for me, this is about picking and choosing the right people who I feel are a good fit for the team at that time. So straight up, even if someone were to just come up to me and be like, I'll pay you $1,000 to let me in your co-op, if I didn't feel they were a good fit for the team, then I would decide based on that, so just understand that. So again, if you're looking to be involved with the co-op, understand that there is that monthly contribution that is expected, but that is in an energy exchange for the value that you get from being a part of this community, from being able to be a part of the meetings that we have on a regular basis, to have access to me as a mentor, to have your content featured through the website, to get those additional shout outs through Instagram and all those beautiful things, and to again be able to see it as an investment that will help you grow. So if you're spending like $10 a month, but you're getting like 10 extra clients and you're getting like $1,000 extra from that, you can kind of see like where the value models itself out. So it's a very powerful idea. So, and just as a confirmation, the monthly contribution is separate from the Patreon. So the Patreon people, the perk that you get is that if you are already signed up on Patreon, you are at the top of the list for people who we will talk to after we open things up for submission. So if you're already signed up for Patreon and you're interested in joining the Conscious Media Co-op in the future, you can send me a message ahead of time, and again, we'll make sure that you're at the top of the list. But again, it's really going to be just kind of like me making the decision in a way that feels best for the team, and really just honoring the fact that no, I can't bring on like 30 people at once, because then my attention will be spread out. So it's going to be bringing on like a certain amount of people each month as we go, and honestly, we're still figuring that out. But I really enjoy being able to work with a smaller team on that level. It helps make things more personal, and it helps make things even more valuable for the people involved. And again, just for the people already involved with the co-op, and we're gonna bring on some of the members of the co-op a little bit later in the show, like just for them to have the routine of being there for the regular meetings, because we've been having meetings since the beginning of January. Like since then we've had, and these are actually on the main website. If you go to if you're on the main website and you go to the Conscious Media Co-op, you'll see a link there that goes to the playlist for the production meetings. So you can still listen to the production meetings, and there's still value in there, even for people who aren't in the co-op as well. So again, through the website, which I am going to load up right now. So okay, let's do this. Let's take a breath here, and we'll just kind of like make things a little bit super special and official here. So I'm just going to take a breath here and inviting everyone here. Gently just close their eyes, straighten their spine, connect to their breath. Gentle inhale through the nose. Gentle exhale through the nose or the mouth. Just take another breath here. Just continuing to breathe. So in this moment, really just honoring everyone who has been a part of this story, regardless of when you came into it. You have always been a part of it. And just honoring all the love, all the energy that has gone into helping create the momentum that has led us to this point. For everyone who has ever watched a single video, who have listened to a single podcast, who have liked a single video that we've posted, who have continued to just be there over the years, who have taken action where they are, who have heard the call that we've been putting out, the call of the shifters, the call of the light guardians, who carry the shift with you each and every day in the little things that make the big difference. Thank you. This new website, let it be seen as a metaphysical spaceship, as a metaphysical temple that we will be able to use as a very powerful place to be able to bring focus and attention towards, to be able to help manifest some very powerful ideas, and to be able to send out some very powerful messages. So for everyone, this is, as I've always said, victory is a shared success. So thank you to everyone for being here. Let's like blow those party horns. Woo woo. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to like open the door to the website? I know I am. All right. And a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Woohoo! Yeah, it's official. Woo! Website's open. Check it out. ParadigmShiftCentral.com, and it'll link you there. So, all right. So now that we got the website up on screen, I'll should I do a little picture in picture? We'll try that just for a second. Hey, look, I'm still here. All right, so I'm going to show you a little bit about the website to be able to give you a quick overview of what it is, but honestly, I encourage you just to go explore it and just see what's on there for yourself. And so as I just scroll things through here, this is the very front page. So if you go to paradigmshiftcentral.com, it will link you to this. And again, this is technically nexus.paradigmshiftcentral.com, though that URL may be changing in the future once I'm able to transfer the domains properly. So literally at the top, it says, Paradigm Shift Central features content from a potent team of conscious media creators. Check back regularly for updates as the real world story of our shift in consciousness unfolds. And right at the top, you can see where, as before, we kind of played around with the title of, Paradigm Shift Central, a real world interactive game to help shift consciousness. Believe me, it is still in that. It is still that, but we're just kind of modeling it and presenting it a little bit different. The reason why we're just changing it to literally inspirational conscious media, because that gets right to the point. I know the idea before of having it be a real world interactive game to help shift consciousness. For some people, they're like, heck yeah. But then for other people, they're just like, I'm not sure what that means. So in order to avoid any ambiguity, the game is still existing. It's still there. This is still a part of it, but we're just presenting it in a little bit way that's going to be more accessible. So right at the top, you'll see that it mentions the live broadcast. So this is where literally we're broadcasting through right now. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube and hit the bell. Over on the right hand side, of course, you will see the new videos, and every single thing on the front page also has its own individual page, and you'll be able to access things through there. And if you were to click any of those links, it would also open up right onto YouTube. And then scrolling down a little bit more, I'm just going to kind of give you the tour, walk you through this. You'll see the calendar for the full moon is just literally kind of like a novelty, but it is kind of something cool. And moving forward in the future, side note, we've been doing the weekly guided meditations on Sundays. That's going to change what we're doing. We're switching back to the monthly meditations, which are going to be even more potent. We're going to kind of dial things back, focus in things a little bit more, and having those focused more on the story meditations. So you can see the current guided story meditations already online within the slider there. There are numerous ones that you can check out. If you were to click anything from there, it would open up into a new YouTube window. So you can see there's the Meeting Sasquatch, there's the most recent one, the Super Blood Wolf Moon, and of course Journey to the Wolf, Winter Contact. That's a really great one. The Winter Contact one, honestly, if you're looking to take a trip to Hollow Earth, then be sure to check out that one. I don't want to spoil it for you though, kind of just did. And Global Healing Astral Projection one, Witching Ceremony, Dream Guardian Activation, Solstice Transformational Dream Festival, Jedi Activation, Dragon Ball Z Global Healing, Meeting Merlin, Magic Forest Adventure, and Journey to the Astral City. So those are just some of the guided meditations. There's actually more than what there is in the slider there. And so right here in the feed, you'll actually see it looks like there's a bit of a glitch, but normally the next broadcast would show up with a time code. So if you're wondering when the next broadcast is, you'll be able to see the information under there, and that's going to give you the time until it is airing. But of course, you can also check the schedule right underneath to your convenience, and you'll see next week we have a team roundtable again broadcasting at 8 p.m. and then another team roundtable, which we may change up. I may change that to like an open mic. I'm thinking about it. And then we have the guided story meditation, Project Deep Dream. That's going to be a very exciting one. It's like, oh, do I tell you the premise of it now? Do I hype it up a bit? A little bit. I'll just hype it up a little bit because this is actually a story that I wrote literally a year ago. And I was kind of like waiting for the right time to be able to do it. But Project Deep Dream as a guided story meditation, it takes place in the future. So that's all I'll say. And getting down to the primary aspects of the website, of course, we have the shifter entries. So the shifter entries, essentially what's different with the shifter entries from previously is that Whereas before we had the quest journals and the conscious articles. Now we just have shifter entries. So things are much more congruent, much more in one place. And the shifter entries will be a variety of things. Again, these will be videos, these will be articles, these will be interviews, these will be podcasts, these will be meditations, these will be videos to help inspire you. They will be reflections for you to be able to see yourself through. And so right now on the website, if you were to scroll down here, you will see we have 6 entries currently posted, and I'm going to just do a quick walkthrough of what some of those are, and more of them will be added as we go. So of course the first one what we got is Let This Be the Year, which is a poem that I made a video of. And again, that's just like, you know, if people haven't seen it there, that's a really powerful piece of content for them to be able to take a look at. And I'm sure many of you have probably like seen that video. So again, that's going to just kind of like set the tone, lead by example. So if you're already on the website, you can check that out. And what's really cool with this website is that you can actually see the views within the feeds. And so I guess there's like 7 views of that. And then underneath that, we have I am a light guardian and so are you. Again, that video released a while ago, but can still be put into the timeline of the story that we were telling. And you will see that. You will see us like publishing things through the website that aren't like, you know, literally created last week, but they can still be introduced to the project in a new way. And so even for people who are other creators within the project, if they have something that they created like, you know, a year ago that was a really awesome inspirational video, they can still submit that and we can have it posted through the website. And so I'll click on the stuff there and you'll see there's like some pretty cool things once we get to those. Just going back up a bit, I just want to be able to point those out just so you can see we do have the MP3s for all the broadcasts super easily there. Good luck scrolling to the bottom of those. There's like literally like over like 250 of those broadcasts there. And of course, you have the quest item shop, and actually, for everybody listening right now, if you were to go to the quest item shop, I actually have a special discount coupon for everybody for simply listening to this broadcast, and that discount coupon is for 22% off any purchase, regardless of how big or small, and that code is relaunch. So if you use the code relaunch at your checkout for anything purchased on the quest item shop, then you will get 22% off. So feel free to do that, and again, that's an awesome way to be able to help support the project as well as get you some wicked gear to be able to use. The only thing that the code doesn't apply for is like the classic clothing and the stickers and the buttons and the mugs and stuff, because that's done through a third-party website, which is a Redbubble website. But you can click there and you'll still be taken there and get redirected. Another really cool thing here that I'm just going to point out as we keep moving through the site, and once we kind of go through this, I'll show you a couple other things, and then I'll bring on a couple people within the co-op. And to do that, just as a heads up, for those of you who are in the broadcast, jump over into the Discord, let me know that you're there, and then what I'm going to do on the Discord, I'm going to jump into the on-air voice chat, and you're going to jump on there with me, and then when you're in there, you'll be on air as well. So it won't be video, it'll just be audio. So another cool thing on the website is the Shifter live stream. So this is going to be a very, very important feature. This is a stream that is exclusive to the Conscious Media Co-op members, and they will be able to post the schedule for their live streams ahead of time through there for you to be able to see. And you'll notice on the website that there are all these like little buttons on like the left and the right. You can access those buttons at any time to be able to bring up the content that they hold. And so the live streams is one of them as well, but it is here on the main Nexus page. And so if you were to scroll up just a little bit, you'll actually see a really cool interview that we did the other day, and that's an interview with Rick, aka Breath of Eli, who is a Conscious Media Co-op member, and the link for that is right there in the stream. So if you were to click that, it would open up on Facebook, because that's where we did it. So be sure to check that out if you're looking for, again, just like the variety of content that we are creating. So there's going to be like the entries, and then there's going to be the live streams, and then there's going to be some videos that may not always show up on an entry right away. And so just hitting upon a couple of the other entries that we got here, we also have a really awesome video by our friend Universe, and this is Zylock is his other name. And if you haven't met Zylock yet, please feel free to go watch one of his videos. They are pretty amazing in terms of the content all condensed into a very short time frame. So if you're looking for something that's just just going to totally shift your pants. Be sure to check out the videos there, the universal hyperdimensional tree of consciousness. And underneath that, huge shout out to Manders, who has published her first shifter entry, which is based on the title Balancing the Benefits and Challenges of a Minimalist Lifestyle. So huge shout out to Manders. And again, you will be seeing more content posted through the website as we just slowly get things going. But in the meantime, take a look at what is already there, and then you'll be caught up as new stuff comes online. Then, of course, underneath that, we also have a Mystic Spider-Man video. So again, just kind of like getting that one online, getting it in the archive so people can find that. And of course, that's all about doing the shiftivism and the free hugs, whether or not you got a Spider-Man suit, it doesn't matter. And then, of course, you can see underneath here a couple more. The 5 ways Cecil the Lion's death created positive change. So this is an example of a video that was literally created in 2015, but it stands as a good example of the quality that is being shared through the website. And we've restructured it in a way to kind of like reflect back on, even though that video was made in 2015, you know, how has it changed the world? How does it still hold relevance? So feel free to go check out that one. And then there's another article that we got underneath, which is why the full moon is a portal for potential and how to make the most of it, which is, again, an article that I wrote a little while ago, but we republished it. Scrolling around down on the side here, and there's not much left, but I'll just click on some of the buttons and show you. And again, the simplicity of the website is what makes it so powerful, because we're keeping everyone's focus in a certain place. So you can imagine how like this part of the website is incredibly valuable because people are looking there, and because people are looking there to be able to help support other creators as well. So of course, on the right-hand side of the website, you will see in the column the opportunity to be able to contribute donations either through one-time, monthly, or annually. And right there, it says as a very exciting reminder that Paradigm Shift Central is made possible thanks to community support. Contributions are always welcome. So literally, even if you're just watching this video or you're, browsing stuff later in the week and you're just like, hey, you know what? Like, I really dig what this website is about. I really enjoy the fact that it is like curating inspirational content for me and helping support other creators and really vibrating with the visions that I want to see in the world. I want to be able to support them. I'm going to send them a $10 donation, and maybe I'm going to do it monthly, or maybe I'm going to send them an annual donation, and maybe I'll do that for a higher amount. So just know that that option is there at any point. And again, that is incredibly greatly appreciated. As the ongoing prosperity continues to evolve for the project, it's just going to allow us to continue to help reach more people, to be able to unlock new perks for people, to be able to help share licensing for some of the video editing software that we want to be able to get to more of the people within the co-op. There's lots and lots of things that we'll be able to do as the prosperity continues to be brought in through the opportunity that this website presents. So of course you can do that through the website, and at the top, if you also go to the more button, you can go to donate, and underneath there you will also see that in addition to just straight up donating, you of course can still sign up for the team Patreon and get your shifter booster kit. The difference with the team Patreon is that is created to be able to that is created with the understanding that people who sign up there would be signing up and continue donating to the best of their abilities. So if you're looking to sign up and you're just like, okay, I'm going to donate monthly, but I'm not sure how long I'm going to donate monthly, choose a single donation. If you're really committed to the idea of like, I really love this project, I've been seeing it for a long time, I'm supporting this vision and I want to see it through and I want to be able to help support the future of it, then the Patreon is another option. And again, that's with the expectation that you will continue your donations ongoing to the best of your ability. And then in exchange for that, that's where you also get your shifter booster kit, which again is like worth like over $100 and also has your light guardian crystal within it, as well as your shift buttons and your free hug signs. And of course you can order a shifter booster kit and any of the other items individually through the Quest item shop. And again, the Patreon is also an option for people who may be on a tighter budget or for whatever reason. So if you're not able to really afford $50 right away, but you can do $5 a month ongoing and you still want to be able to get the items to be able to be involved, then consider the Patreon as an option that's there to be able to help support you. So scrolling down a little bit more, if it loads up here, which it may not, sometimes this one's a little glitchy. Okay, it looks like it's loading. It's just taking a second. Is the team Instagram feed. So again, this is something that you'll see along with the buttons on the side, the opportunity to be able to bring it up through there on the website. So we're just going to give this a second to see if it loads up. This is really cool because once you see it, I'm actually just going to try opening this up here in a separate pop-up window. And if that works, that works. It may. Again, I think because I'm broadcasting right now, it just kind of delays things just a little bit. But nonetheless, what's really cool about the team Instagram feed is that it literally is a single feed with multiple creators having their content featured through it. So we're still getting some of the members in the co-op synced up with that. But basically, like the way it works is that like they've been approved, and then when they post something with a certain hashtag, it will show up through this feed. So you can literally just check out this single feed to be able to get the new Instagram posts from a variety of creators within the community. So you can literally see here right now, some of those are posts from Loving Ferociously, aka Manders, who we mentioned earlier, and then the other ones are also from me. And then, like I said, we're still getting more people added there, but you can understand the concept of that. And it doesn't load indefinitely. Like it kind of only loads like a certain amount, but it still loads a decent amount. So you can literally just kind of scroll through things there. I'm just trying to see how far back I can go. Yeah, okay, so that's how far back I can go. So it still like loads up, like I don't know, like that was like close to like 80 or something at least, which is still pretty awesome. And then you can close that there, and again, that will appear on the Nexus if it loads up properly for you. And if it doesn't, you might just have to refresh the page, but that's okay. And of course, everything that we've shown to you here does work on mobile as well, and is quite functional. So again, like this is what I've just shown you. Like if you were to literally just go to this website once a day and just kind of browse it, check out what's new, get ready for the next broadcast, browse some videos, like you can do that. Like that's where it all is. It's all in one place for you. But at the same time, you can also explore further. And so I'm just gonna, do I need to? I guess I'll just like click some of the buttons. The only reason I don't want to is just because like I know it's gonna take a second to load here. But if you do get a chance, click those buttons, and each one will pop up with the content that is relative. So we have the Paradigm Shift Central Live button, the entries, new videos, quest item shop, ping map, Instagram, random video, and live streams as well. So again, I'm just loading it here, but just because I'm broadcasting, it's going to be a little bit choppy, at least until I get that new computer eventually. So, and if I can close this, I will. But what I did want to open was, should I open the random video? Actually, no, I'm going to go to an entry. Then I'll show you just a couple more things on the website, and then I'm going to bring on a couple people in the co-op, and then we're going to wrap up this broadcast. And so one thing that's pretty cool though is that when you go to an entry on the website, you'll see it, and then if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the feed for new videos. But underneath that, what's really cool is that you will also see the a random video appear. So what's really cool about that is that, you know, literally just by us driving traffic to one post, we're also driving traffic to the synchronistic nature of reality to be able to show someone another post that might be like exactly what it is that they're looking for. So like I said, this is not loading the best right now. And literally that's just because the bandwidth is kind of being spread out between this broadcast and trying to just operate the website at the same time. Though there's not too much I can do about that other than check in with the YouTube live stream. So yeah, so again, just kind of reading some of the comments there. Aloha Anna, thank you so much for being here. Fairy Shift Mother, Arita, thank you so much, everyone. I love you guys. And yeah, Anna was going to ask about mobile. So yeah, it's fully functional on mobile. And yeah, okay, I just want to see, is this gonna load? Okay, sweet, it's loading now. Yeah, it just took a second. So, and for those of you, just to confirm, there is the Paradigm Shift Radio mobile app that we've released in the past. That's actually been discontinued. We don't really need it anymore, so I've literally just kind of put it on hold. We may activate it again in the future. The only thing on it that it had that we didn't have was like the push notifications, but even then I wasn't fully happy with it. So right now it's literally just go to the website, and that is equivalent to anything that we would be able to have through the mobile device. So all I'm doing right now, once this loads up, and again, it's not the website, it's just the bandwidth right now. So please feel free to go and check this out on your own time. what you'll see when you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see like other entries there, as well as the new videos feed, as well as a randomized video that will display underneath, though it looks like this one is still, there it is. So it loaded up one of the global meditations. So, and what's really cool is that if you click on the random video button, every time that you click on it will literally bring up a new random video. And again, this randomized video feature, like this was part of the website like years ago, and probably a lot of people like didn't even know it, but now it's a little bit more front and center. And again, the value of that is just really cool, because again, it's kind of like this idea that everything old is new again, and it's just creating more funnels, more channels for people to be able to have their content seen. So there we go. There's a sweet example. So there's a video by Jocelyn, and Jocelyn is one of the members of our Conscious Media Co-op. And so if I were to want to watch her video, I would click that and it would load up, and then I can subscribe to her channel. So that's another awesome example. And let's just see, I'll just do one more random video. Who's it gonna be? Rolling the dice on this one. And that is a video that I'm not entirely sure who it's by, because I mean, I can't see the title on it, and if I were to click that, it might lag for a bit. So that's a mystery video, so I'm gonna close that video for now. We'll have to find out what it was later. Oh, and there is a little Easter egg on the site. Just kind of like added in today. If you look at the bottom here, it says, "Remember you are dreaming." There's a little paradigm shift sigil there. If you click the sigil, then a little visual meditation thing pops up, and that's just like a little bonus thing for fun. And I don't think it's fully functioning right now, but if it is, then you can like scroll through the animation. So that's like one thing that's just like, I'm not sure why it's not working, but it'll work eventually in the future. But nonetheless, it's an Easter egg, so feel free to click it. So other than that, on the website, again, you have your menus up at the top. You have Nexus, that's the page that we were originally on. You have the mission, you can check that out. It's kind of like the About page plus some of the other primary videos, such as Awakening Within the Matrix. You have Shifter Entries, which is just a single page to be able to view the new content on the website. And other than that, you have PSC Live, which is, again, a single place where you can go to tune in for live broadcasts. So if you were on your mobile device and you didn't want to load up the entire Nexus, but you did want to tune in live, you could literally just go to PSC Live, which again is nexus.paradigmshiftsessential.com/live. And then when you click more, you'll see the links here. So you got Quest Item Shop, Shifter Index. So that's where you can see the creators on the website, the members of the co-op. New videos, again, just on its own page. Team Instagram on its own page. Live streams, randomizer, guided meditations, broadcast recordings. You'll find the MP3 there. The Shift movies, I'll click on that. It's just whether it loads right away, we'll see. But again, that's where people can go to be able to find the Journey to Lucidity movies, and also the Journey to Rockmont movie, and also the Spacelight documentary. So for people who, again, maybe they haven't seen these before and they're new to the website, just keeping that in a place for them to be able to find it is an awesome thing. And that is a huge part of the project and the bigger mythos that we are creating of the modern day, the resurgence of the modern day light guardian, and helping more people awaken within the dream and bringing them back to the round table. And then, so other than that, you can, of course, see the donate and support, which is, again, pretty much an echo of what was on the front page, with the option to be able to contribute that way, as well as the link to the Conscious Media Co-op, which has information there, and the co-op member area, which also links people into the Discord, as well as our Google Drive, as well as the assignment prompts, and eventually the walkthrough for things. Now, again, right now we do have a member login, though there is a password that we have on that, so it is only accessible to people who I give the password to, and then they will be able to either log in or sign up. So if you're looking to just like sign up on the website just to be able to comment, hold off. We're gonna open things up for that a little bit later, but you can just still like be on the website and engage and just kind of like keep an eye on things as they're happening. And yeah, and again, we'll kind of like create, because there will be two types of members on the website: the writers, the contributors, and then the general audience who is still able to comment but not able to submit things. So again, that's pretty much the majority of the entire website. And yeah, I'm super pumped to be able to share it with you. So again, you can see like that even in itself, it's clean, it's relatively simple while still being complex. You could still spend hours on it, literally even just browsing the past videos. There's still so much content on there, and it's creating an awesome channel for more content to be able to share it and to be able to help bring people more into their own creative abilities, as well as being able to help share their content with a wider audience as they continue to level themselves up. So sweet. All right. So with that said, let me just check in with the live chat. Are there any questions that anybody has that I might be able to answer? If there are any questions, please feel free to just leave those now. And what I want to be able to do, with the literal intention of literally, we're going to wrap this broadcast up. You know, this is just going to be a barely an hour broadcast, but that's the intention of it. So again, moving forward, and just for anybody who is in the co-op and looking to join on air, who wants to join on air, literally just to help hype things up with me, to literally just be like, oh my God, Brendan, like, this is so awesome, and people have no idea how awesome this is, and it's just going to be awesome. So awesome. So if you're on the Discord server, join the Discord server and jump into the on air, and then I will join you there in a second once I am ready to do so. So if anybody wants to join me on air, go to the Discord and click the on-air voice chat, and I'll join you there for a bit. So, Manders, if you want to join, I know you're tuned in. I'm not sure who else is tuned in, so keep an eye on that. Okay, so again, what to be able to expect in the future. To be able to expect in the future, regular ongoing live broadcasts. There are still going to be team roundtables. The team roundtables are going to they're going to change a bit. We're going to evolve them for a bit. Stay tuned for the next one next week, and you'll see what I mean. And then we're still going to have Dream Class. This is important. Dream Class, we're feeling this out, but what I want to be able to do is have Dream Class where it will still be, that will be kind of like open to the general public. So if, like, it won't just be co-op members who will join the Dream Class, that will be anybody, because we'll post the link into the chat. So it'll be an opportunity for people to kind of come in and to practice talking about dreams and to still be in the circle and to be, you know, in that environment. So that will be, again, that's on the schedule. That will be the Thursday, which is like the Thursday before the last Thursday of the month. Because it's not always the 3rd or the 4th. Sometimes there's more than that. And then again, on full moons, close to the full moon, it will either be on the Sunday or a day close to it, will be the guided story meditations relative to the full moon. And then there will still be Destiny School, which is the last Thursday of each month. And the topic for the Destiny School at the end of February is going to be on renowned spiritual teachers. And that will be presented by members of the co-op. So again, so what to be able to expect is these ongoing regular broadcasts, regular posts being published through the main website as shifter entries to be able to feature conscious community content by community members, and to be able to still like see things just being posted on the regular through the Instagram feed as well as through the live stream feed. So check back for multiple reasons, and also eventually there will be new content being posted even through the quest item shop as well. It won't even just be my content. We will be getting other people's content through the quest item shop. And so, yeah, that's kind of it. But again, what we're doing though is we're presenting things, and we are still encouraging people on a regular basis to, you know, do things like take action where they are, to do things like free hugs, to get out there, to engage in acts of shiftivism. And we are still encouraging people to be able to create the physical paradigm shift communities where they are, which again, focus on regular open-minded discussion meditation. That is still a very core part of the project, and we'll be focusing more on those aspects as we continue to evolve things. I have some new content that is literally going to be going up on the website within the coming week. One of those will be a presentation on chakras. It was not a presentation by me, but it was a presentation that I filmed. It's like a 2-hour, super informative, very cool Gnostic presentation all about chakras. Highly recommend you check it out, because it's also going to correlate to a new live stream that I'm going to be doing on Instagram soon, which is going to be called Waking Up with Wolf, which is going to be like a morning meditation where we're going to be doing mantras and helping activate our chakras literally through that practice. So that's gonna be really cool. And also, what else was I gonna say? There's something else I think I was gonna say. Oh yeah, content wise on the website, this is gonna be really cool. I am going to be publishing my VR meditations. So 360 VR meditation, and what you'll want for those is like one of those cardboard viewers. Do I have mine nearby? But you know, if you know what I'm talking about, there's like those cardboard mobile glasses viewers. This is again one of the like cardboard ones. Find one of the ones that's going to be like one of the plastic ones that is better, and then you'll actually be able to wear it properly and without it like hurting your nose. And then you'll be able to experience the proper 360 meditation that we're creating, which is super awesome. And I've got some like demos online, and yeah, that's going to be one of the things that I'm going to be publishing in the coming weeks. But again, there's so much content, so it's just going to be kind of thinking about, this is one way I think about it. This website is like a metaphysical ship, and the content that we have is like ammunition that we use to be able to fire like a love laser out into space to be able to like pierce the veils of darkness. So from my end of things as like the captain of the ship, it's kind of like picking and choosing like when and where we're firing things, and in what sequence we're doing it to be able to yield the most effectiveness. And so again, anytime you see content going up through the main website, absolutely, please feel free to share it. Please feel free to be able to link people back to the main website. We are slowly bringing in traffic, and we are inviting people to get into the routine of being able to see Paradigm Shift Central as a go-to source for their inspirational conscious media. The powerful term that's come up through a co-op has been the idea of media medicine. And that is one way to think of it. Every single day, you think about the media that you're ingesting. And so if you're ingesting content that is literally there to inspire you, think about how just that in itself can drastically change the way you go about your day. So this media is here to serve you. It's here to support you. So please just enjoy it and celebrate it, and be here supporting each other as creators as we continue to just like lead by example in so many powerful ways. So with that said, I am going to switch over to the Discord and jump in the Discord, and I am going to bring on Eli and Manders onto the broadcast, and I'm just going to get them to just kind of like share a bit of their gratitude, even just what being in the co-op has been like for them. And then we're going to wrap up this broadcast, and the party still continues. And of course, everyone here is encouraged to, keep creating, even if you're not in the co-op. Like, keep creating your own conscious media, keep working on it. And if you still just kind of want to even just like check in with me on the side or something like that, please feel free to do that. I want to be able to see like what it is that you're creating. So with that said, I'm going to switch over to the on-air broadcast, and here we go. So, all right, let's give it 1 second here. Okay, and we'll be able to hear them in a second once I pull up the audio and once it is properly connected. All right, check. Can you guys hear me okay? Sweet. Okay, I'm going to bring up your microphone right now so the audience will be able to hear you. So here on the broadcast, we have Rick, aka Breath of Eli, and Manders, aka Fairy Shift Mother. So guys, go ahead, say hi to everyone.
Hi. Hey guys.
Aloha.
All right,
We're doing it.
We are doing it. We are so doing it. So at this point, I want to just be able to, first of all, just thank you two for being here, for being a part of the Conscious Media Co-op. We've been having meetings over the past couple of weeks. You guys have seen like the behind the scenes of me being like, I'm working on the website, guys. I'm working on the website. And now here it is, and we're ready to use it, and we're starting to get into the flow. So go ahead, guys. I'll just pass the talking stick to you. And, just in a short little bit, just join me in celebrating and hyping things up. And, what do you see this website as? Like, do you see the potential of what it is that we are creating here? Can you feel it? So go ahead, either Manders or Rick, whoever wants to jump in first, go right ahead. So
It is Paradigm Shift Central, right? I mean, this is the portal that you've created, that you're doing it, Brendan. You're doing it. And we just want to say thank you at least from your tribe. Thank you so much for empowering us, for giving us all of these incredible tools to go out there and get the message out, and to refine the message, to up the game, to level up. Thank you for mentoring us, and thank you for creating such a conscious community that is supporting everyone along the way. And so thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Paradigm Shift Central. Thank you for everybody that's in the co-op. Thank you to everyone that is out there listening right now. Just tune in, because there's so much more to come.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you as well, Rick. And again, state the obvious. stay tuned because you'll see content from Rick showing up in the feed. If anything, actually, Rick, will have to get the link that you did the other day with your interview with our friend Brandon and Nathaniel Solis. We'll get that posted into the live streams to start off with, and then we'll get it posted up as an entry in the near future as well. So yeah, that's just like another awesome thing. Like Rick is, again, there's so many powerful creators that we're bringing together through this project. And Rick, thank you as well for just like helping hold that space and lead by example. And yeah, just so excited, so much to come, one step at a time. And just, and I think like the thing, I'll just kind of say this, and even just maybe I'll pass over to Manders just kind of get her thoughts on this. When it comes to life, when it comes to reality, really just kind of like stepping back here and not even just like specifically talking about the project, just kind of talking about life here in a second. When we take the time to slow down and to really listen, there's kind of like this inner guidance that will be able to help us in deciding what decisions to make. And when we can do that, we can allow ourselves to really like show up in this service in a way that is like fun, in a way that literally isn't necessarily just like effortless, but it comes with ease. And oftentimes when we find ourselves like making mistakes, quote unquote, usually that comes from us not necessarily slowing down, but instead rushing in. And then we'll rush in, and then we kind of might do the thing that Spirit didn't necessarily want us to do, yet we still have to do it. And then we kind of have to like end up backpedaling a bit, and we kind of have to take 2 steps back and recalibrate and readjust and undo what we did, and then we'll go forward again. But again, with what we're creating here as a team, really being patient with it is something important for me. And instead of just like being like, hey everyone, here's like 20 new things to look at in one day, I love the idea of just being like even just like focusing on one new thing each day, even though there will be more than one new thing, but really focusing that spotlight and just really taking our time with it. And for me, really kind of listening on like how to be able to move this project forward and just allowing it to naturally blossom, to understand the value that it already is, and to really see like the potential of what it's going to continue to become. Yeah, like again, just kind of reflecting on that idea that when we listen, when we slow down, when we listen, like those decisions can naturally kind of come to us. So just give yourself that space to kind of slow down and allow like the Spirit to kind of help you in that decision making process, because it will. So yeah, it's very, again, this is just like I've kind of talked about this before, like this is me being me. This is me answering the question of how I can help change the world. This is me as another version of you working together so that we can help each other. And yeah, it's all just, it's nature, man. This is natural. This is Brendan doing Brendan. This is you doing you, and together we're doing awesome things. So Manders, let me pass it over to you. Any just how are things looking on your end? Just hype it up for me.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, we were just saying it earlier too. Just we really, really have so much gratitude for the fact that we've been able to connect and sync up. And I mean, we are definitely synced up. Like, it's kind of eerie sometimes. The way the group is just like almost like a hive mind. Um, but you know, there's just so much value in just being able to wake up in the morning and not, like it's like a more motivation to, get out of bed and get the day going and starting with gratitude. And it's really starting off on the right foot. And absolutely, sometimes you have to take a moment, take a deep breath and say, okay, um, some things aren't always working for me and I got to completely recalibrate and figure it out and try again. And yeah, like you always say, it's all practice, right? It's like we're playing this game of life and we're all just here to enjoy it as much as we possibly can. And I feel like people need that media medicine that we can provide, because there are days where even we, feel the weight of the world on our shoulders. And sometimes just watching an inspirational video, connecting with other people that are like minded, and it just is so liberating and empowering. I feel so much more empowered than I did a year ago. So thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you as well, Manders. And yeah, thank you again just to everyone, co-op members, community, all of us for just holding space for each other. Super powerful. And yeah, and again, like inspiration is like the most powerful commodity that we have on earth right now, to be able to inspire people to be able to look at themselves, to be able to change their own lives, to be able to have compassion, to be able to see themselves in others, to be able to step out of their comfort zone, to be able to practice being creative, to be able to find their purpose through service, little things like
Yeah.
that. Like that's where that's kind of been like the big shift with where things are going now, is that we're really moving things towards that intentional service, and like that's why we've created this website in such a way. That's why we've made the shifts in the project. Like, this is so not just so that, yeah, we can like make cool videos and do cool things, but it's like, no, this is literally like being of service to community and doing things bigger than we may even really know. You never know how much that one video or that one post may reach that person at the right time and totally just be exactly what they needed. So again, let this website, let this community be literally a beacon, be a paradigm shift central, and that vibration is literally being sent out. And again, it's just like there's more to say, but I just kind of want it will happen naturally. And I think enough has been said already to be able to really paint the picture of the potential that we have before us. And yeah, just the excitement that has been put into it, and again, thank you to everyone who's been putting their love into it as well. So cool. Awesome. All right. Well, with that said, we're gonna wrap up this broadcast pretty much right about now. I just want to be able to check in with people in the live stream. If there were any questions, please feel free to drop those real quick, and I'll try to answer anything that you might have question-wise about the website. But honestly, just go check it out. So again, if you go to paradigmshiftcentral.com, it will link you to nexus.paradigmshiftcentral.com, and just explore it. Check it out. Become familiar with it. Click on the random video button a few times. Do that during the day. Make a habit. Bookmark it. Create the routine where you're checking back there on a regular basis, so that you're staying synced up with future broadcasts, so you're being able to see the new content that's being put out, and so you're able to like even engage on the Instagram feed of things. There's so much to be able to be a part of. So yeah, awesome. I don't see any immediate questions, so I think that's totally cool. And yeah, again, I just want to be able to thank Rick and thank Manders as well. I just want to be able to pass it over to them one more time before we officially wrap up the broadcast, to just give them a chance to be able to share any message for all the other shifters out there. And then we will conclude it. And our next broadcast will be next Thursday, which will be a team roundtable, which will be a little bit different. So stay tuned for that. So Rick, I just want to pass over to you. I think Manders dropped out, but Rick, any just closing words that you would like to share, please feel free. And then we will conclude the broadcast if Rick is still there. And if he's not, that's totally cool. Sweet. Okay. All right. So just double checking, make sure the YouTube doesn't have any questions in it. The Conscious View, aka Tamara, says, "Thank you, Wolf Shield, for all your hard work that you have done to get this going. Words cannot convey how grateful we are." Thank you as well, Tamara. And again, quick shout out to the Conscious View. That's a new channel being created by Tamara, who is working on some podcasts. And again, just one of the many creators that you will see featured through the main website. So keep your eyes open for that. And Rick, if you're back there, I'll just go ahead if you want to just unmute yourself, and just any closing words and just gratitude that you would like to express before we wrap things up. Please feel free and go right ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you again for the opportunity. And one of the things that I just want to say, just what you do in bringing us together, all of us together, and taking these deep breaths and really dropping in. Yeah, it is the breath. It is the breath of life. And I thank you. I'm just deeply grateful, and I just echo Mander's sentiments. There's so much more to come, and every day it's a new day. And I know, as you said, there's going to be new content every day on the website. So I'm really looking forward. I feel very fortunate to be to be so connected as we're all connected. Now it's just tapping in, right? Now all you got to do is tap. So,
Mm-hmm.
so thank you again, Brendan. Thank you again, shifters. Thank you all. And
Awesome.
aloha.
Awesome. Aloha. Wonderful. All right. So, with that said, we will move things into wrapping up this broadcast. So, thank you again, everyone, for being a part of this. Go check out the website when you can at paradigmshiftcentral.com. Leave some comments if you're watching this video in the future, and be sure to smash that like button when you get a chance. And also, of course, you can find us on iTunes at Paradigm Shift Radio and tune in on that way. But again, you can find like the MP3s right through the main website. Super easy as well. So, and yeah, stay tuned. There's plenty more still to come, and I am super excited. Like, excited is the word of this moment. So thank you again, everyone, and as always, keep it shifty, and we will see you in the future. Concluding this broadcast for now, and yeah, have a beautiful moment. Be in this breath. Deep breath. Intro, outro music by our friend Danny Leonardo. Links in the YouTube video. Check it out. All right. Much love. See you in the future.